Live, the news on NBC 6 at 11 starts now.
Off the top tonight, the parents of a Marjorie Stoneman Douglas student are taking legal action after they say their daughter had to spend hours on an operating table to fix a back injury that happened on school grounds. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Juwan Strait.
And I'm Jackie Neswell. The family says the injury happened when more than 100 pounds of band equipment fell on top of her.
NBC 6 reporter Dan Grossman takes a look at the accident that has resulted in a lawsuit, in a story you'll see only on 6.
If you take a look here, this is one of the two vertebrae that broke when that band equipment fell on top of this teen. Doctors say it's the equivalent of falling 3 stories or the height of Broward Health Medical Center where this teen is now recovering.
We need to keep the kids safe.
Karina Carreru hurts.
I don't place some of the blame on the school. I place 100% of the blame on the school.
She hurts because her 14-year-old daughter Isabella hurts, both physically and emotionally.
Watching your child being wheeled into a surgery that she should not have to have because the people that were put in place to protect her didn't do their job.
This was Isabella Tuesday after doctors spent 6 hours repairing 2 broken vertebrae in her back. The injury happened Saturday as the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas marching band was packing up for a performance, and some of the equipment collapsed on top of her. When we asked the school district for comment, it responded with this email saying the school's administration is aware of an incident. Parents, the band director, and other school personnel were also at the school during this time.
We believe there are multiple failures at the district level and also at the school level.
But the family's lawyer, Patrick Montoya, says it wasn't enough.
What we see is a gross lack of supervision of over 50 to 100 band students, no adults in the area, to allow several hundred pounds of equipment to fall on their daughter.
Montoya says he told the Broward County School District they intend to sue, not only for the lack of supervision, but a lack of protocol. Karina says after Isabella was found, the school neglected to call 911 and instead moved Isabella on their own, she thinks exacerbating her injury.
No parent and no child should ever have to suffer and cry and be so concerned that that your child is not going to be able to walk or use their back.
The family says Isabella is recovering just fine and has full motor function. MSD would not detail its protocol, but Isabella's mom says she was told they only call 911 if a student is unconscious. Reporting at Broward Health Medical Center in Fort Lauderdale, Dan Grossman, NBC 6 News.
Tonight, a new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll shows that 55% of Americans say there's enough evidence to either impeach the president and remove him from office or begin an impeachment inquiry. Only 39% say there isn't enough evidence for Congress to hold an impeachment inquiry. I'm reporting live tonight in the newsroom. I'm Stephanie Bertini, NBC 6 News.
All right, Steph, thank you. Well, it is a quiet night so far, but earlier today it was much different. Rain and gloominess was the name of the game, and the wet weather promises to stick around. South Florida Chief Meteorologist John Morales has your first alert forecast, and he's here with more. John.
Yeah, Juwan, tomorrow rain is likely again here in South Florida, and there's even a good bet for more showers as we head into Thursday, but things will change for this upcoming weekend. The weekend forecast, though, you'll have to wait a few more minutes for that because I'm going to talk about what's out there right now, which is in the form of showers and a couple of thunderstorms here in this radar loop of the Florida Keys. Rain mostly offshore, some precipitation still falling across the middle Florida Keys and moving into the upper Keys tonight. Some of that might clip the metro area. Now, this is the rainfall over the last 24 hours now, so it's not where it's raining now. It's just showing you where the heaviest of the rain was today, and that is in northern Broward County, where there were some pockets of greater than 4 inches of rainfall accumulation, and that led to a couple of flood advisories. There were some minor street floods observed in that part of Broward County again earlier today. You'll notice how places like Pompano Beach saw 2 1/3 inches of rain. However, in contrast, Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines, down to Miami, only about a 1/2 inch. 1 1/4 inches occurred in Kendall, and about 1/4 inch down in the Florida Keys. Very moist air mass remains over our area. That is expected to trigger more rain. I'll have that forecast, which includes a very different weather pattern for this upcoming weekend in a few minutes. Back to you.
A South Florida store owner shoots an angry customer with an assault weapon. It's the latest case putting the state's stand your ground law to the test. Surveillance video shows Saf Ahmad fires several rounds with an AK-47 outside a Quick Pick Market in Lauderhill. This happened on Christmas Eve 2017. Police say he shot Jason Morris, a man who earlier could be seen making a scene both in and outside the store. Ahmad is charged with aggravated battery with a firearm. Police say Morris was unarmed and appeared to be no threat to Ahmad, but Ahmad wants the charge dropped under the stand your ground law, saying Morris threatened to come back later and, quote, shoot the store up.
Under the case law for stand your ground, once my client is posed with an imminent bodily threat, the burden shifts to the state to show why he wasn't in fear for his life. And he clearly was. The video shows that.
Morris suffered a serious back injury in the shooting but survived. A stand your ground hearing in the case is scheduled for November 1st.
Freak accident? A puppy shoots its owner in the car. The aftermath seen on video. The police say it only happened because of where the owner pulled up to.
Then, the intense moments a choking baby is saved by an officer caught on his body cam. How teething pain led to this scary incident.
Plus, troubling signs why the flu season is earlier this year and why there are signs from half a world away that our season will be bad.
All that and much more still to come.
The NBC6 First Alert Weather Team, certified most accurate 6 years in a row.
Well, again tonight, a lot of the rain is over for the metro area. Still some rain down in the Florida Keys. These showers earlier had thunderstorms linked to them, but obviously they're losing strength. Still wet, though, across the middle and upper Florida Keys. The chance of rain will diminish overnight and then increase again for tomorrow. It is likely to rain on you and me at some point during the day, with that good chance of rain. Not just on Wednesday, but probably into Thursday. And then on Friday, a front, yes, a front, will clear us out for the weekend. It does not bring cool air, but it brings drier air. And that noticeable change will be present by Saturday. 79 current temperature in Miami, as well as in Marathon and Key Largo, as well as Opelika, too. So 79, the most common number there on the map right now. We still have a lot of moisture here, extending from the Atlantic down into the Florida Keys and Cuba. This trapped all south of this front. Now, this is not actually the front that we're expecting to reach us. There's another one coming, and then together they'll come along and cross through South Florida on Friday. Still a slight risk of showers on Friday before things tend to clear out for the weekend. Tomorrow's future tracker, you saw some morning rain down there in the Florida Keys. Here's your midday view, partly cloudy, not too many showers around, but during the afternoon, showers become more widespread and end up affecting, as I said, a majority of the metro area. So be ready for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms in the area for tomorrow afternoon. Again, 75 tonight, and the rain should diminish during the overnight hours, although it will remain generally cloudy. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, the best chance of rain developing during the afternoon. So perhaps a bit of sun early into the midday, warming to 87 degrees, and then during the afternoon, some of those heavier downpours. Keep in mind, over the last couple of days, rainfall accumulations are exceeding 4 inches. So while we had a very dry September, the ground is starting to become more saturated, so any new rain could lead to potential ponding of water and flooding in some locations. A UV index tomorrow is 5. The carbon dioxide concentration in our atmosphere up to 410.8 parts per million, and that unrelenting rise of our greenhouse gases. Here's the forecast now for the rest of the week. You can see the chance of rain Wednesday is highest in the next 7 days. Still Thursday, a good bet for showers and storms. That chance of rain diminishes on Friday as that weak front slides through, leaving less humidity, plenty of sunshine Saturday and Sunday. And while there will be a slight chance of rain, it's a very minimal chance of showers for the weekend, so things are looking up by then.
All right, John, thank you. Well, caught on camera, an officer saves a baby from choking.
How a teething problem led to these scary moments and how it can help other parents avoid a similar situation. Some concerning numbers tonight. Infections from sexually transmitted diseases continue to rise. According to the CDC, infections from syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia reached an all-time high in 2018. Experts say some of the reasons driving the increase include drug use, decreased use of condoms, and cuts to STD programs.
All right, basketball has returned to American Airlines Arena. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat opened their preseason against San Antonio. And it's the first chance for the young season. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Elsie Fisher is here tonight. Plus, we have Clive Owen, music from Louis Capaldi. It's a great show. Do not change the channel.
Finally tonight, talk show host Ellen DeGeneres is at the center of a social media controversy, but she's not dancing around it.
No, in fact, she has a message everyone should hear out there. Well, there was this uproar by some on social media when Ellen was spotted at Sunday's Dallas Cowboys game, sitting next to former President George W. Bush. Well, some people tweeted their displeasure over it. So on her show, Ellen made it clear that she is friends not only with George Bush, but with lots of people who don't share her beliefs.
Just because I don't agree with someone on everything doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friends with them. When I say be kind to one another, I don't mean only the people that think the same way that you do. I mean be kind to everyone. Doesn't matter.
Ellen joked that people were so upset she was sitting with a Republican president, they didn't even notice she was holding a new iPhone 11.
I love it. And some nice words from Ellen.
Can we just get along,
yeah,
right?
Isn't that right? Yes, I love that. All right, John. Well, can we get along with the weather?
Well, it depends on if you're a rain lover.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So it should rain tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. We've got a high chance of rain. Still a good bet for that on Thursday. And then Friday is your transition day, heading into what should be a really nice weekend with low humidity and only the slightest risk of showers. So good news for the weekend.
Yeah, I love that. And seeing those temperatures under 90, I like seeing that as well.
All right. Feeling good. Thanks so much for watching.
The Tonight Show is next. Be sure to tune in first thing tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. Make it a great night.